Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Derri and this is Dr. Derri's Diary. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you're following me on Instagram and give this video a thumbs up. So today we're going to be just doing basically like a Q&A. I'm going to address some of the questions that have been answered in some of the comments on a few of my videos. And then I'm also just going to talk about, how it is working right now during this pandemic. And yeah, I'm just going to answer a few questions, do a little chit chat. I will leave timestamps in the description box below so you can get to whatever section that you would like to get to. Alright, so let's go. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and get into the first section. We're gonna talk about student loans because I've been asked a few questions about my student loans on the channel. If you did not know, I did put it in the description box on my last video, but the 0% interest rate has been extended until September 30th, so that is awesome. I was hoping they would extend it for the rest of the year, but right now it's at September 30th and I'm definitely happy with that. So the first question comes from Jasmine Snyder. She posted, "Just curious, you always talk about your student loan as one lump sum. Is it really on loan of a compilation of smaller loans? If it's a combination of smaller loans, you can target the individual loans to pay off the debt faster / lower your overall interest rate faster." Alrighty, so I talk about my student loans as being two different loans, loan 1 and number 2, and basically that is how my loans really are. I really do have two loans. I have a unsubsidized loan and I have a subsidized loan. Basically, when the 6-month grace period is over, after you graduate, they sent me an email and they were saying, okay, it's time to start paying your student loans, blah blah. They're like, your student loan payment is gonna be I think it says something ridiculous like $4,000 and some change. I was like, $4,000, like no. At that point I hadn't even got my first real pharmacy check yet. I was a pharmacist, but I hadn't got my real first check, so I was like, oh no, $4,000 ain't gonna fly. So I did the income-based repayment plan, and with that you have to submit your your tax statements and everything like that. You have to submit how much money you make. So once I did that, it automatically consolidated my loans. So I had about 20 or so different smaller loans. Like one loan was $1,000, one loan was $1,500, one loan was, I don't know. Then the pharmacy school loans, of course, were bigger loans with more interest. However, the way they do the student loans is that you have to pay off the interest on all loans before you can overpay on another loan. So honestly, keeping the student loans like that was not going to be an option because I could not pay $4,000 at one time for a loan. So I did do the income-based repayment plan. When I did that, my payment came out to be $0 because in 2018 I mainly worked as an intern for that whole year. I didn't get my first pharmacist check until I got one in like November and I got one in December. So my income was like very low, so my payment was $0. But like I said, once I refinanced, it took all of my unsubsidized loans and put them into one, and then it took all of my subsidized loans and put them into one. So yes, I only have 2 student loans at this time, to answer that question. Question number 2. Hey there, have you considered refinancing your student loan? Can you do a video on why you're not considering it? Okay, I have considered refinancing my student loans, but I'm super glad that I did not. Well, honestly, I don't think anybody would refinance my student loans just because of how high they are, honestly. And 2, I'm glad I did not, because once you refinance a federal student loan, it then turns into a private student loan. So I'm glad that I didn't, because right now the 0% interest rate is only for federal loans. So if I had reconsolidated my loans, that wouldn't apply to me. I would not have the 0% interest rate right now. So thankfully I have not refinanced my student loans, and I don't plan to at this time, just because they're doing all these benefit packages and things like that. I don't want to miss out on a blessing if they decide to forgive a portion of my student loans. I would be satisfied with forgiving like $50,000, but Since this question was brought up to me, I decided to look a little bit deeper into refinancing student loans and just to see what I could find out. So on NerdWallet, it states you should refinance government student loans only if you'd answer yes to these questions. Number 1, are you sure your job won't be at risk in the coming months? Honestly, I feel like my job won't be at risk right now, but you never know. I really don't know. My job, they might cut hours. I have no idea, so I can't answer yes to that. The next question, do you not need the current payment suspension for federal loans? So basically, can you continue to pay your loans as normal, or do you need to have your loan suspended at this time? So basically, are you still working? Are you still making your regular job payments and things like that? 3, could you afford all of your financial obligations if your employment did change? So basically, if you had to, if your income decreased, could you still be able to pay student loans? And then, will you not qualify for existing federal loan forgiveness programs? So that's another thing. If you feel like you're going to be eligible for student loan forgiveness at some point, then you cannot refinance your student loans. So honestly, I really don't plan to refinance my student loans because I feel like that would be more work in the long run, just trying to do all that stuff. The only way I would reconsider doing my student loans is if I got to a point where my loans were less than $100,000, maybe even less than $50,000, and I didn't have that much left, then I might would do it then. But honestly, I probably will not refinance my student loans just because I need to be able to take advantage of anything the federal government is offering for student loans. Okay. Alrighty, so I think that's all the questions that I had that were recent about student loans. So let me just talk a little bit more about student loans. So on July 5th of this year in 2020, my $0 payment will be up. So I am on the income driven repayment plan. So basically, I sent in my tax information last year, and they determined that based on how much I made in 2018, that my payment will be $0. So that's why I said I pay $500 a month, even though my due amount is $0. So I've been overpaying or paying more because I'm trying to keep my interest at a lower rate. If I had not been paying the $500 a month that I've been paying, my interest would probably be at $25,000 right now or more, So I've really been paying just to keep my interest rate from skyrocketing, and it's still high. So every year, since I'm on the income driven payment plan, I have to recertify or send in my tax information from the previous year to stay on the income driven payment plan. I'm currently on the payee plan, which is the pay as you earn plan. So it is 10% of your income, and based off of that, I'm assuming my payment will be around, I'm gonna say my max would be $1,500. That's what I'm estimating. I really don't, they say 10%. The 10% could go a number of different ways. I'm just not sure how it is, since this will be my first time making money and having this done. So it'll be 10% of whatever my income was for the last year. I'm hoping for a maximum payment of $1,500 max. I'll be fine with $1,500 max. That way I'll still have enough money to go towards our other debt snowball stuff. They told me I had to recertify by May 31st. So I went ahead and did it because I had filed my taxes for 2019. Went ahead and sent that information in, and they will be probably emailing me back within a month or two to tell me what my payments will be starting in, I don't know if they're going to want the payment in July or they're going to want it in August. So we shall see. But I am currently overpaying even more on my student loans because of the 0% interest rate. This month my goal was to pay $3,000 towards my student loan, and right now I am at $2,500. I paid $2,500 towards my student loan for right now, and I definitely will have the other $500 to go towards that. So yes. Okay. Student loan. Check. Alrighty, so let's talk about working in a pharmacy right now. Let's just say it's stressful because the patients have been more angry than usual. They have been more anxious. They are stressed. They are scared, and they're less patient. And so some patients have been really nice, but a lot of them have been really mean and angry and disrespectful, honestly, to the techs and to me. I had one patient go off one day. That day was like the craziest day I've ever had working in the pharmacy. The patient like went off cussing me and a tech out in drive-thru. He left. As soon as he left, we had a tornado. The power went out at the store at 11:30, and the power didn't come back on until like 5. In between that time, since the power did go out, the generators were still working, and for some reason they decided to keep the phone lines on the generator, so the phone was still ringing. The same man called and cursed me out 2 more times. You know, such is life. And yeah, so while the power was out, me and my techs decided to make a TikTok video, so I'm gonna put that over here. That was just something to lighten the mood because it was a crazy day. And then after all that, this lady had a wreck right in front of the drive-thru. I was like, what is really going on today, people? But anyways, patients have been hearing that I don't know if it was the governor or I think it was the governor of Georgia, said that people can get 90-day supplies of medications. But people, that's all they heard, 90-day supply. They didn't read the fine print or the details. It says patients can get a 90-day supply of medication if they're out of refills and you have tried to contact the doctor. So, you know, if you have refills, I can't just give you a 90-day supply. I would have to contact the doctor, make sure it's okay to get a 90-day supply, and then go from there. But I had a guy come ask me the other day. He was like, hey, he was getting Viagra. He was like, can I get a 90-day supply of that Viagra? I was like, sir, you have refills. You have like 6 refills. He's like, yeah, but I mean, I'm just going to be at home for a while. I want a 90-day supply. I was like, no, sir, I can't do that. I was like, no, I said, you know, you have refills on your prescription. If you didn't have refills on your prescription, that would be different. But also, this is not a maintenance medication for you. So, no, I'm not giving a 90-day supply. Now, if it's somebody that's having like blood pressure medication, heart medications, things that they take on a daily basis, and that is a maintenance medication, I've contacted the doctor at least twice and they have not replied back. In that situation, I would give the patient the medication based off of the order, the executive order. But no, you're not gonna just get some Viagra for 90 days off of me, okay? So yeah, working in the pharmacy right now is definitely crazy. It's definitely stressful, but I'm very thankful to have my job. I'm definitely thankful to be able to continue to work. I'm definitely thankful to be able to pick up extra shifts, to have extra money when I get it. So, you know, hopefully this will be over soon, people. Just keep your heads up. Yeah, if y'all, like always, if you have any questions, comments, things like that, leave them down below. I love answering questions. I really just had some time on my hand to make a video today and I was bored, so yeah. I will see y'all in the next one. I'm gonna try to go ahead and shoot me a workout video, and then of course at the end of the month I'll be coming back with my April budget overview. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.